If I was starting my life coaching business in 2025, these are the exact steps I would take to scale it to six figures. Hey everyone, my name is Krista Kathleen, and I am the founder and the creator of the Born to Coach Training Academy, where we certify and train professional life coaches to help them get their ICF credentials and get their coaching businesses up and running. And I also have been a professional life coach for the last 9 years. I was able to retire from my nursing career prior. I was a labor and delivery nurse, and even though I loved being able to bring babies into this world, I just knew that it wasn't my higher purpose and calling, and that there was something else much more for me, waiting for me out there. And I know a lot of you feel like that as well too. And I have a feeling if you're watching this video that life coaching might be your calling. I understand that when you get that calling, that it can be frustrating and overwhelming and scary because it means that you're going to have to make some big decisions and start to transition your life and your career onto that more authentic path. And so that's what I'm going to start to help you begin to understand in this video is how to go from receiving that message of I'm meant to do something more in my life. I think that that next step is to become a life coach. Now, how do I actually start to turn this into a business and get paid for this work and turn this into my career so I can support myself with this and begin to leave my day job and begin to just help people in a deeper capacity? So the first step that you're going to want to take in order to start scaling your life coaching business is to start listening to your spiritual team. Yes, you have a spiritual team out there who is constantly trying to communicate with you and give you answers and tell you the best next steps to take to set you up for abundance and success here. And the more you ignore these internal messages, the harder the struggle is going to be. So to share a little story with you, I remember when I was traveling all over the world, I had just gotten divorced and fired from my nursing career, which I definitely take that as a gift from the universe. And I was traveling all over, and I was in Costa Rica, and I kept getting this message, just this feeling and these thoughts inside my head of you need to start a YouTube channel. And it would not go away, and it kept me up all night. And it was constantly bothering me, and I didn't understand why I was feeling this way. And I didn't even know how to start a YouTube channel. I didn't know what kind of content to create. I didn't know who was going to be watching it. I had more questions than answers, but I had to trust that I was getting this feeling for a reason. So I felt like the more I ignored the messages, the louder they became. And luckily, I was working with a life coach at the time, and she was like, well, why don't you just listen to it and try it out and see what happens? And even though I was terrified to do this and to put myself out there in the internet in that visible way, I was like, I guess I got to try. And so I started messy and started scrappy and just started filming my own videos. And I didn't have a team at the time. And I was like, I'm just going to just create whatever I feel called to create and trust that whoever needs to watch it will find it. And I committed to filming a video every week. And then eventually one of my clients was a video editor, and she was like, here, let me help you to edit these videos, make them look a little bit more professional. And then I had another woman show up in my life that was like, I'm a YouTube strategist, and let me help you to make your videos a little bit more searchable, and we'll give them SEO friendly titles. And so I started to build this team up to help me with the videos. And then before I knew it, it was the number one way that I started finding all of my life coaching clients and my coach training students. And so then what I realized was that the universe was literally giving me the exact blueprint and the answers of how to help me find my people out there, right? We have these people out there who need help, and they're searching for a life coach to guide them and help them to find the answers within. And the universe wants to connect us to our people. And so I guarantee that you're probably already getting these answers and these downloads on how to build a successful business and take your business to the next level. But you just have to learn how to listen to those messages and trust them and honor them and follow them, even when they don't make sense. Let yourself start messy and just block out the external noise around you. There's going to be so many people trying to give you advice and different trainings trying to tell you this is the only way to build a successful coaching business. And I would say just block all that out and really go deep within. And maybe you do it through walking in nature or meditation or yoga or however you connect to your creator, and let yourself start to give you those answers of next steps to take here. So my question for you is, what is my intuition trying to signal to me at this time? Right. I'd love for you to put the answer down below in the comments and hear what your intuition is trying to tell you. And now I would love for you to put your hand over your heart and say, I listen to and follow my intuition. Step 2 is you're going to want to develop a signature coaching program that you can offer to people. Now, I bet that people are already naturally coming to you seeking out help and advice and just wanting to feel reassured. And I'm sure that they're walking away after talking to you or you listening to them, and they walk away feeling more motivated and inspired and they're feeling better. That's definitely the signs that you are a natural coach and that you're meant to follow this path of becoming a professional life coach. So even though you're already naturally helping and coaching people, you got to remember that people are going to get much better results when they're paying you, and there's that even energy exchange, and there's an actual forming coaching structure and container that is agreed upon beforehand. That is when they are going to get the deepest and the best results. So kind of just casually semi-coaching people whenever they need help is gonna kind of help, but people are going to get the most life-changing results when they formally hire you as their coach. There's a contract in place and there's a signature program that you're taking them through start to finish. That is going to get them the best results. So I always like to say, in order to drink water, you have to put the water in the cup first, right? If you don't have the cup, then the water is just going to spill all over the ground and you can't drink the water and you're going to get dehydrated and you're going to die. So I know that's a little dramatic, but it's true. And so it's the same thing with your coaching. Your coaching needs a container in order for people to soak up and drink the transformation. And so you're going to want to design your coaching program from a proven coaching model, and then also the steps and everything you've put into place to help to transform your own life. And so that's what we're going to do for you inside the Born to Coach Train Academy. Is we're going to teach you all the proven coaching models that are already working, that coaches are already using to take their paying clients through. Also, I'll teach you all the programs that I've used myself to take on paying coaching clients. And then we're also going to take all of your passions and your expertise and your trainings and your certifications and bundle them into one amazing coaching offer that you can begin to sell and offer to people every week. Okay, so I want you to put your hand onto your heart and say, I am creating a business that aligns with my higher purpose. Okay, so step 3 is you're going to actually sit down and write out your 6-figure plan. Now remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So if you guys need to pause this video right now, you can, but I want you to actually take out a piece of paper and I want you to write down whatever it is your financial goal is that you want to create in your life coaching business. And then how many clients do you need to enroll over the next year in order to hit that goal? There's so many different streams of income that we can help you to get set up through your business. But if you want to do that all through one-on-one clients, then you're going to need to have 10 clients that are paying you $10,000 each. And that is how you could hit 6 figures in 1 year. Now, also remember that it's okay if the plan changes as well. I just want you to have something written down so you can see how this can start to become possible and you're not just keeping all this in your head. I'll tell you, over the past 9 years of running my coaching business, there were so many times I thought things were going to go a certain way. I had this plan and then I ended up making money in a completely different way or coming up with a completely different coaching offer. So it's okay if the plan changes, but we just want to have something to get us started here so you know what goal to start working towards. Okay, so go ahead and put your hand over your heart and say, this is the year I fully commit to my coaching vision. Okay, step 4 is you're going to be making consistent offers through your marketing. Now, the coaches that I see that are killing it and doing the best in their businesses are the ones that are consistently inviting people to be working with them every week. I see a lot of coaches out there that are consistently showing up, on Instagram or with podcast episodes or Facebook, but they're just creating a lot of kind of inspirational content or fun memes. And oftentimes I follow these coaches and I'm like, how do they even help people? Like, what is it that they're offering? And so, right, that goes back to, we always want to have a coaching container to be able to invite people into, but then we actually need to be inviting people into it. We can't just assume that people know how to join our containers or they know how we can help them. So, I mean, it sounds like it should be obvious, but every week, at least once a week, you want to be getting out there, and it doesn't matter which marketing channel you choose, just the one that you're most excited to show up to, and be telling people, like, this is how I can help you. This is my program that is going to be the solution for you for XYZ. And then what you can do is you can direct message me, or you can book a discovery call using my link here. Like, you have to literally spell it out for them in that way. And I just want to remind you that there's a lot of coaches out there who are making really good money, and they're probably not as good of a coach as you are. Maybe haven't even gone through as much training as you have. And people are hiring them and they're making money because they're being visible and they're being brave and courageous, and they're putting themselves out there, and they're actually inviting people to work with them. And I have a quick story that I want to share with you guys. When I was traveling all over the world and being a digital nomad, when I was first setting up my coaching business, and I was in South America, and I was a part of this group called We Roam, and there was about 50 of us in the program from all over the world, and we had our own businesses, and we were remote workers, and we would travel from country to country. And so you had that built-in community, and we had program directors, and so they helped us to set up co-working spaces and our apartments, and then we had activities throughout the month, and it was one of my most favorite times of my life, world traveling with the We Roam group. And there was another coach in the group, and I was too scared at the time to tell people that I was a life coach and invite people to work with me. So people knew what I did, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't really make offers or put myself out there. And then this other guy was, we would, connect and talk every week, and he'd be like, oh, I just hired a new client. And it's this person from the group, and it's this person from the group. And I was like, what? Like, how are you doing that? How are you finding these clients? And he was like, oh, I'm just telling people what I do and how I can help them. And then we set up times to chat. And then after that, they want to hire me. And I was like, really? Like, that's all it takes? And it just was a really big learning growth moment for me of like, oh, wow, here is this coach that's being bold and courageous and actually taking the time to connect people and tell them how we can help them, and then inviting them to work with him. He's actually finding paying clients. And here I am standing back here being scared and not doing anything. And it's why I'm not finding clients. So I want you to put your hand over your heart and say, I courageously invite people to transform through my coaching every week. Okay, and the last step is you're going to want to invest in yourself and your coaching education in order to become the best coach possible. So every single student who enters our Born to Coach Training Academy thinks that they already know how to coach because, like I said, we already have these natural coaching skills. We already know how to listen to people and how to provide empathy. But I guarantee you that you haven't learned the coaching methodologies yet to apply to your coaching practice in order to really, truly help people to change the way they think and behave in their life. And I know because I used to be one of those people. I tried to run my life coaching business for a year before I went through an ICF accredited coach training program. I thought I knew what I was doing. I did not. I made a lot of ethical mistakes. I just felt like most of the time I didn't know what I was doing. My clients were getting kind of like meh results. And then I went and I was like, I had a little conversation with myself and I was like, if I'm going to actually make good money from this and become a successful coach and do this work full time, I need to get trained. I need to get educated. And so that's when I started doing my research and I discovered the International Coaching Federation and found that they're the top credentialing center in the world, and they're the most recognized credentialing center for coach training programs and coaches. And so I said, okay, I want to enroll in a coach training program that teaches the ICF methodologies, so that way I can feel really confident that when my clients are paying me good money, that I know what I'm doing, I've been properly trained and educated, and that I'm approaching my coaching from this ethical and this high integrity place, and I'm not doing the wrong things or saying the wrong things, and that my clients are going to trust me that they're in good hands here. And let me tell you, my coaching changed dramatically over that first year after getting trained. And I see it all the time with my coach training students as well. They come in, they think, oh, there's not going to be that much that I need to learn here. I think I already know most of what coaching is about. And then after a couple of weeks, their eyes are open and they're like, Krista, I had no idea that this is what coaching was really like. I thought coaching was like giving homework assignments and giving advice and telling people what to do and being like this perfect guru. And you'll come to find out when you go through our coach training program that coaching is actually nothing like that. And that actually by telling people what to do and giving them advice, you're preventing them from becoming the most confident and empowered human that they can be. And we'll dive deeper into the methodologies and the core competencies that you'll be using that have been well researched and well studied for years. And you're going to be applying this to your coaching structure, and you're going to understand why you're going to be doing what you're doing and saying what you're saying in a coaching session to really set your clients up for success. And we really want you to be able to see and understand and experience the value of receiving coaching. If you just try to learn some coaching skills and then go out there and try to sell coaching, trust me, it's not going to go very well. So inside the Born to Coach Training Academy, we are going to pair you with our ICF accredited support life coach, Valerie. She's going to be your personal life coach that you're going to work with every month. And you can bring any kind of topic to your sessions. And that way you get to really experience life coaching firsthand, practice being the client, understand how transforming life coaching can be. So that way, when you graduate and you go out there and you're finding clients, you can authentically say, I have worked with a life coach before, and this is the value in it. This is how it's helped to change and transform my life. And it's going to be so much easier to sell coaching from that place versus never having worked with a coach before and not really understanding how coaching works. So I want you to put your hand over your heart and say, I am committed to constantly learning and growing. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly review the steps of starting to scale your life coaching business to 6 figures this year. The first one is start listening to your spiritual team every day. Step 2 is to develop your signature coaching program. Step 3 is to sit down and write out your 6-figure plan. Step 4 is to make consistent offers through your marketing. And step 5 is to invest in yourself and your coaching education to become the best coach possible.
What was the biggest struggle that I had before starting coach school? And the biggest challenge that I was running into was I had no confidence. I didn't know how to coach people. I wasn't sure what questions I could ask. I didn't understand the boundaries of the difference between a coach, a therapist, and a doctor necessarily, besides degrees. I just didn't know how to run my business. And what Coach School brought to me was the confidence to be able to really take this business to the next level. and to really help my clients. Why did I choose Krista's program in particular? Primarily is because I was one of her coaching clients in the past. So I knew her system. I knew how effective it could be. I knew what type of relationship I wanted to have with my clients. And it was the type of relationship that her and I had as we were building a relationship as coach and coachee. Why at this time? Well, just one statement for that one. There's no time better than the present. So go out there, embrace your dreams. If your goal is to help people really become successful, then embrace your goal, embrace your dreams, and join coaching school with Krista.
All right, Coach. Well, I am so grateful and excited that you found this video today. And I truly believe that our paths are crossing for a divine reason. I don't think this is an accident or random by any means. And so if you're here and you're ready to take the next steps to become a professional life coach, actually start getting paid for your coaching, you want credentials behind your last name so you can become a more credible and highly sought out after coach, I would love for you to join us inside the Born to Coach Training Academy. So we are currently enrolling new students right now. So below the video, you can grab more information on our sales page and read the details of our program and make sure that it's going to be a good fit. And then once it seems like it's going to be a good fit, then you can just sign up directly from the page and click any of the buttons and get your tuition payment plan started. Or if you want to have a call to chat with me first, just ask me a few more personal questions to make sure the program's going to be a good fit. You can do that as well. There's also a link below the video where you can book a coach training consult with me. I am so excited for you. Whatever direction you take after watching this video, just trust that you are meant to become a life coach this year, that you are getting the higher calling for a reason. And I am so grateful to be on this journey with you. All right, I'll see you in the next video, Coach. Bye.